What you have to remember is the human body always wants to adapt to what you're doing. The body always wants to reach homeostasis, and that's why you need to make adjustments, either increasing or decreasing certain things in your diet and in your training in order to make progress. What's up guys, it is Joseph Rakic here from josephrakicfitness.com, and welcome to my new YouTube series called Leaner by the Day. Now this was inspired by Rich Piana, rest in peace to Rich Piana. He had a YouTube series called Bigger by the Day where he documented himself getting bigger and bigger every single day. I'm doing the exact same thing, except I'm taking you through my cut, showing you how I get lean and how I go through a cutting phase. I'm going to be showing you guys everything. I'm going to be documenting my current physique. I'm going to be showing you guys my progress, taking my weight, showing you guys my meals, what I eat, the macro breakdown, the calorie intake that I'm on, showing you guys my workouts, giving you the tips and techniques along the way, and documenting everything that I can. To start this vlog off, I'm just going to introduce you to the series. So I'm going to give you a full breakdown later on in this video of my whole entire plan for this cutting series. This cut is going to be 12, maybe 14, maybe 16 weeks, depending on how I go, and I will be making calorie adjustments along the way, and adjustments with including cardio, increasing cardio, and all of that, which I will explain in more depth at the end of this video. So make sure you stick around and watch the video right to the end. First off though, I'll show you guys what I had for breakfast. Breakfast this morning is 6 whole eggs. I got 4 pieces of wholemeal toast, and also a piece of fruit, which today happens to be a banana. Not the best banana, but it'll do. I'm then also going to take my vitamins and minerals, so I'm going to take 2 of these whole food vitamins. Whole food because it's vitamins and minerals from whole food and not synthetically made. Also going to take 2 fish oil tablets for your essential fatty acids. Because I'm having 6 whole eggs and there's some fat in there, I'm going to be taking my vitamin D, because vitamin D is a fat soluble vitamin, so it needs some fat to be absorbed properly. Also, because this is my pre-workout meal, I'm going to be taking a digestive enzyme just so I can help digest all my food before I go and train. And now it's time for me to dig in. This is my starting physique. I'm not too sure what I weigh. I guess I'm about maybe 89, possibly 90 kgs. I'll go upstairs and I will weigh myself in a second. Lighting's pretty good here, so I may be looking a little bit better. So here's my current legs. Not too sure what my current body fat percentage is. Somewhat lean. I can still pinch a bit of fat on the abs. So I guess the goal for this cut is to continue adding size, fill out a bit more, gain some muscle while leaning down and getting dialed in. That's the starting point. We'll take some pictures now, get some before pictures, and then at the end of this 12-week, 14-week, possibly 16-week cut, we'll show you the after results. Alright, so first weigh-in. 89.2 kgs, which is 196, 197 pounds. So that is our starting point. I'm not too sure what my goal is to get down to. Obviously I want to keep my weight as high as possible, but dropping the body fat down as low as I can. Possibly I might get down to 80 kgs. I think that'll be around where I sit in my most leanest, but we'll find out. Alright guys, so just about to train some legs. I'm going to have my pre-workout. First things first, I put some creatine in there. Good for strength, power, endurance, muscle fatigue, and it helps with muscle growth. I always mix my pre-workouts up as well, guys. So sometimes I use Rakic's Rage pre-workout, sometimes I use another pre-workout, which this one that I have at the moment is Ghost. It's actually pretty good, but today's going to be a big leg session, So I'm going to go with Rocket's Rage because I formulated this and I know it's super powerful. I'm going to start off with squats today. I'm going to progress up in weight, you know, overload the quads with as much weight as I can. But I always like to start off light and, you know, just get some blood in the muscle, because it's always best to get the blood in the muscle first, warm the muscle up before you go heavy, because you don't want an injury. If you injure yourself, you're going to be out of the gym for a long time and it sets your progress back. So we're about to get started. We don't need this pussy pad, that's what I call it. Secret that's really helped me grow my calves. It's kind of like a saying that really helps. Don't count the reps, make the reps count. If you remember that every time you're training your calves and you want to make each one of those reps as important as you can, you'll get so much more out of all your calf training. So most people, they go in the gym and they do like standing calf raise. They go for 20 reps. All they're thinking is let's get to that 20 reps. So the reps are just pumping out until they get to 20. But if you actually ignore the number of reps that you're going for, but you make each one of those reps as good as you can, you'll get so much more out of your calf training. So next time you train calves, remember that. Don't cut the reps, make the reps count. And that right there is the leg workout done, guys. Legs are feeling like jelly at the moment. We'll go have a shower and then we'll head back and have a post-workout meal. Behind the scenes, Snapchat. It's my second job.
That's actually Instagram today.
94% chance there's something wrong with this. We'll find out.
You didn't tell me when you're finished, so I don't have to keep going.
Miriam, providing value.
Providing content.
How to Instagram beef.
Because I need to check because his angles are so poor.
Maybe we need to make a tutorial on this.
Let's go eat.
How much does it cost to fill the Lambo?
It's not cheap at all. It's like, if the tank is like literally zero, like really running on empty, it costs about 170, 180 bucks.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
How long will that last you?
Not long, man. It shoots to the gas, eh? Like I look at the petrol sign, and it's good. And then like maybe next time I check it, and it's like half gone. I'm like, what the hell? Where did they go?
Yeah.
Not good on gas for sure. But I say you only live once. Enjoy your life.
Exactly. You don't buy into be economical with gas, eh? Why did you want to start your cut?
So basically, here in New Zealand, it's coming up to summer. For our Christmas time, it's summer, so beach weather, barbecue weather, and pool weather. A lot of occasions where you're going to be probably shirtless. So that's why I started this cut, lean down for summer. And I haven't cut for a long time either. Like, I've been bulking for such a long time, always been in a calorie surplus. I've always remained somewhat lean, but I thought it's time for me to really take things to the next level, get absolutely shredded, absolutely lean. And I thought I want to share this whole process, this whole journey with you guys, show you what I do, and document the whole process. It's going to be an awesome series coming to you guys. I'm hungry, my stomach's eating it from the inside out.
Woo. Yeah, she's hot, eh? My cat.
This is the princess of the house.
And I'm the queen. Jasmine, say hi! There's like a hair on the ground.
Oh. Her name's Jasmine. We call her Jazz or Mooney. Hey Jazz. Say hello.
What kind of cat is it?
Hello.
It's a 3/4 Persian, 1/4 ragdoll.
It looks done here. tuna gains.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cat food.
For a pussy.
Fuck that, cut me deep, man. Alright, so we're back from the gym, about to have my second meal. First meal was breakfast, which was my pre-workout meal, and then we head off to the gym. So this is my post-workout meal. I got 2 cans of tuna and also some basmati rice, which I just heated up in the microwave. Now I always buy these packet rice because it's just easy and convenient for me. I don't have to cook any rice up. All I do, buy this packet, put it in the microwave, 2 minutes, and then we're good to go. Quick and easy. Simplicity is a big key for me. Just helps me stay on track with everything. And saves me time as well, so I can do other stuff. And I also put a lot of pink Himalayan salt on a lot of my food. Pink Himalayan salt is super important. It got so many trace minerals, 84 different trace minerals. Not to mention, if you're training hard with weights, you're doing lots of workouts, and you're contracting your muscles a lot, and you're sweating a lot, you're going to be losing a lot of electrolytes. So putting lots of pink Himalayan salt back in your body is a good thing. Got to get that sodium back in.
Don't people say like stay away from sodium if you're cutting or whatever?
They do, because what you have to remember is sodium does hold water, because it causes the body to retain the water. However, what you also have to remember is the more salt and the more sodium that you consume, the better your body gets at excreting that. So your body is always going to regulate. If you're always consuming high amounts of sodium, your body's going to regulate to that and flush out high amounts of sodium. If you're always on a low sodium diet and then you have a high sodium meal, then you will store and you will hold a lot of water. What most people don't actually realize as well is when you're consuming low sodium, aldosterone, which is the hormone in your body, gets raised. Now, aldosterone is water basically storing hormone. So you actually hold water from a low sodium diet. So my best advice is always keep your sodium intake consistent, whatever it is. Whether that's moderate, whether that's high, your body will regulate and your body will flush it out and your body will balance itself out. Low sodium diet is a great way to look flat and watery. And no one wants to look flat and watery. Anyway, time for me to dig in.
One question I get a lot is why I like to choose white rice over brown rice. Do you get that?
Always, yeah.
What do you say?
Honestly, if you're judging like brown rice versus white rice on a nutrition and nutrient breakdown, brown rice has got more vitamins, more B vitamins, and higher in fiber. I prefer white rice because it's easier for me to digest. I don't get as bloated because there's not as much fiber, and I find it passes through me easy. Where brown rice is quite heavy and it's a lot more to digest.
Yeah.
So I'm always consuming white rice. Maybe once in a blue moon I'll get a brown rice, but no difference.
Just a personal preference. Either are fine. Like.
Providing it stays there. Alright guys, so right now I'm going to take you through the process of how I'm going to be dieting over the next 12 weeks. What you have to remember is the human body always wants to adapt to what you're doing. The body always wants to reach homeostasis, and that's why you need to make adjustments, either increasing or decreasing certain things in your diet and in your training in order to make progress. For example, I know some girls who literally consuming 800 calories per day and doing like an hour of cardio every single day, yet they're not losing any weight. How is that possible? It's because their body has adapted, their metabolism has adapted to their calorie intake and the energy output. The body wants to become so efficient at what it's doing to basically survive. Because what you have to remember is dieting is in some way a controlled form of starving to death. Literally. So the body is always going to want to adjust things so you can survive. So when you decrease your calories, your metabolic rate is going to decrease, your leptin levels, your T3 levels are all going to decrease, and they are the main fat burning hormones. Also, when you perform your cardio, your body wants to get as efficient as possible at doing that, so it burns the least amount of calories while you're performing that cardio, just so your body can survive. So the way that I'm going to be doing my cut is making adjustments every 2 weeks. And that is going to allow me to continue making progress and allow me to get the best results possible without hitting a plateau. So for the last quite some time, I've been bulking and I've been in a surplus of calories. My calorie intake has been around 4,000 calories, sometimes a little bit higher, and I haven't been doing any cardio. So my body has got used to a high influx of calories on a daily basis. My metabolism, my metabolic rate and everything is quite high right now. So now for me to cut, what I need to do is I need to pull my calories back down. In order to lose weight and in order to lose fat, you must be in a calorie deficit. That means consuming less calories than what you burn on a daily basis. Now, everyone's going to be different. Everyone's calorie intake will be different because everyone is different as an individual and we all have different energy needs and different energy outputs. So, what would happen if I basically went right the way down to 2,000 calories per day and started doing an hour of cardio per day? Yes, I would lose a lot of weight very fast, but very quickly my body would adapt to that calorie intake and that cardio. Then, how do I lose even more fat? I'd literally have to decrease my calories and increase the cardio. So that is not what I want to be doing because that is a very bad starting point. Ideally, you want to lose fat on as much calories and as less cardio as possible because that always allows you room to move. I say keep tools in your toolbox and use them when they're needed. For example, I'm not doing cardio until week number 5. I'm using that cardio as a tool. So right now we're in week 1 of my cut and I'm starting my calories on 3,200. So I'm in quite a bit of a deficit for myself. I also want to point out to everyone watching this video, don't copy my exact calorie intake because these calories are for me and my needs. Your needs may be completely different. You might get very, very fat consuming 3,200 calories. I don't know. Everyone's different. However, I'm showing you what I'm doing because I'm sharing this whole journey with you.
Yeah, that would be my bulking.
That would be your bulking, exactly. Where I'm going to be losing fat on 3,200 calories. A lot of people can bulk on like 2,600. Again, it depends. So, I'm training 6 days a week with 1 rest day. Starting my calories in week 1, I'm starting with 3,200 calories and performing no cardio at all. Every 2 weeks, I'm making adjustments. So for 2 weeks, I'm following 3,200 calories. After 2 weeks have passed, I'm decreasing down to 3,000 calories. I'm staying there for another 2 weeks and then decreasing down to 2,800 calories. So every 2 weeks, I'm letting my body adapt, adjust, and then decreasing the calories. Then once we get to week 5, I'm starting to increase cardio. I'm starting to add cardio, sorry. I'm only starting off with 20 minutes cardio per day. It's just going to be a light walk, either first thing in the morning fasted or after I've finished training. 20 minutes every day, just a slow calorie burn to burn a bit more calories, to put me in a greater calorie deficit. 2 weeks go past, I'm decreasing the calories even again, another 200, and increasing the cardio by 10 minutes. 2 weeks past, I'm going down to 2,400 and increasing the cardio. I'm doing that continuously, making adjustments every 2 weeks, and then at the end of 12 weeks time, I'm going to be on 2,200 calories, which is super low calorie intake for me. I'm going to be doing 50 minutes of low intensity cardio per day. So at the end of the 12 weeks, I plan to be super lean, super ripped, and in the best condition that I have been in for a very, very long time. So that is my plan for this 12-week cut. It may go 14 weeks, it may go 16 weeks, depends on how far I want to take this. So now you're probably thinking, what are my protein intake, what are my carbs, what are my fats? My protein intake, I'm going to have at least 1 gram of protein per pound of my lean body weight. So let's just say, for example, my lean body weight is 180 pounds. I would be consuming a minimum of 180 grams of protein per day. In my case, it's going to be a lot more because I love consuming protein foods. I love my chicken, my steak and all that. So my protein intake is probably going to be around 220, 250 grams. But it's going to be a minimum of 180 grams per day. To find out your lean body weight, it's basically your total body weight minus your estimated body fat percentage, and that gives you a rough estimation of what your lean body weight is. So for protein, it's 1 gram of protein per pound of my lean body weight, LBW. My carb intake, you notice it's got a question mark there, and you're probably thinking, why is there a question mark there? That is because carbohydrates are a non-essential macronutrient for the human body. That means we actually don't need to consume carbs in order to survive. You need protein, there's essential amino acids, and you need fats. There is essential fatty acids, which are important for brain function, hormone regulation, testosterone production, and all of that. You don't need any carbs. If you're not consuming any carbs, your body can make enough glucose that it needs from protein through a system in the liver called gluconeogenesis. However, just because carbs are non-essential for the human body, it doesn't mean they should not be included in your diet. However, because they're not needed, I don't have a certain number that I have to hit on a daily basis. I work out my protein and then I work out my fats. Then I fill the remaining calories up with either more protein, more fats, or more carbs. The majority of those extra calories coming from carbs, as they are a great source of energy in order to get through my workouts. Fat intake, I've got at 0.4 grams per pound of my lean body weight. So again, if my lean body weight is 180 pounds, I'm timesing that number by 0.4. And this is enough fat for brain function, hormone regulation, and just to keep my body healthy. Once I've met these two minimal requirements, then the remaining of my calories can come from any one of these macronutrients. However, I'm going to try to base most of the remaining calories around carbs, just because it's a great source of fuel for all my hard training sessions. So that's the plan over this 12-week cut. The point that I want to drive home is you always want to make adjustments every so often, just so the body doesn't get the chance to adapt and to hit a plateau. So there you go, week 1 at the moment, 3,200 calories, and in 2 weeks time I'm going to be decreasing that. I'm looking forward to this journey, guys, and I can't wait to share the whole experience with you. So stay along, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you put the bell notification on, because there's going to be new videos every single week. I'm going to cover so many different topics: my training, my dieting, I'm going to do full days of eating, the supplements that I take, everything that I'm going to be doing through this cutting process I'm going to share with you guys. And if you want to join me on this cut, or maybe you're in a bulking phase, you can join me as well. I will leave a link in the description box down below. So if you want my custom meal plans and custom workout programs to build muscle or lose fat, you can join up on the JRF program. Click the link and come along on this journey with me. Make sure you hashtag all of your progress pics, your meals and everything on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook with the hashtag JRF results. That way it allows me to see them and I can share them in my story as well.